Yeah. Twins pod.
All of it is done on purpose. And when they attack me with this human trafficking crap, the fact that they did it directly after COVID, on the same day that the Epstein files were first released, they arrested my brother and I. So all of the, when Epstein, it wasn't his Epstein file, what was it?
Epstein's banking connections. All the banks Epstein used and all the people who ran his banking accounts, the names were released on exactly the same morning they arrested us.
So when you typed in human trafficking, it only showed our names, not Epstein.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So the fact that after COVID, after they lied about Trump, after he's a convicted felon, after all the lies they say in the media, and they're still slandering my brother and I, they still have endless energy to print bad, terrible things about my brother and I, even though we've never been convicted of any crime ever. And there's people still at home who seem to believe that because we bought a girl a handbag, we're bad people. But these people are just fucking sheep who deserve the slavery that's going to be bestowed upon them by the Matrix. If you're going to sit there and think that Andrew and Tristan deserve to go to fucking jail for buying their baby mama's a handbag, you deserve to be a fucking slave. And you will be. Because when people like us are gone, all that's left are pussies like you, and pussies like you can't resist. Like the people who hate me don't realize I'm fighting for their freedom along with everyone else's.
Right.
But they're never going to fucking wake up.
Right.
So it is what it is. But it's truly scary, the Western world and how it operates and how femme-centric it's become. Because it's basically a matriarchy now. If a woman says something, it's almost gospel. It's fucking incredible. It's almost gospel now if a woman says something. If a man says something, no one cares.
It's mansplaining.
Well, and also, women are not responsible for any of their own decisions ever, ever, ever. And men are responsible for absolutely everything.
Right.
If you marry a crazy bitch, I'll say, why'd you marry that crazy bitch? Whereas no one will say, no, if she marries an abusive man, they won't be like, why'd you marry an abusive man? He was beating you up before you got married. They'll say he's a predator. They'll blame the man all the time. It's all the man's fault all the time. Right? So I'm just saying, if this is the case, I'm not saying we should even change it. I'm just saying if we're going to live in a world where women have no accountability and no responsibility and nothing they ever do is their own fault, then they should listen to men. And if they're not going to listen to us, then they're responsible for their own shit. I'm perfectly fine with equality. Now you're equal. Pay your own fucking bills.
Yeah.
Go on, pay your own bills and look after your fucking self.
Yeah.
Before you know it, you realize they don't want equality at all.
Yeah,
they want a big, strong, rich misogynist who's going to pay for their shit.
Yeah.
That's what they've always wanted.
Yeah. Right.
So fucking, it's crazy.
Right. Well, there was a lot of rumors about Jeffrey Epstein that he was actually working for Mossad, a Jewish agent, blackmailing all the politicians here in America.
I think that it would be prudent to assume that anybody who had intel on politicians anywhere in the world would be working with a competing intelligence agent somewhere else. Right. And you could argue that Mossad is not a competing intelligence agency to the American one, but that would be very foolish. Yeah. All intelligence agencies are competing. The Americans and the British spy on each other. So even even if we remove the whole Jewish conspiracy thing, because that's what they're going to say, we're conspiratory.
Right.
Let's be sensible. Anybody who has intel on American politicians, the most valued politicians on the planet, is going to be an intelligence asset for basically any other intel agency on the planet. The Chinese are going to want him. The Russians are going to want him. The Israelis are going to want him. Everyone's going to want him.
Because he can be manipulated.
Because he can be manipulated, and he knows things. So if we could find some kind of tedious link to the Israelis through Epstein, which I'm sure would not be too hard to do. I'm sure it already exists. Then you would argue, of course he worked for Mossad. Of course he was an intel agent.
Right.
You'd be
Matt
a fool
Gates
to believe
said
otherwise.
Matt Gates said it, but he didn't say it was Israel. I just fill in the blanks.
Yeah, he implied it.
Yeah, he implied it.
And all the Republicans run around, the Clintons killed him. Because they believe everything Fox News says.
Yeah, it's. I don't think it was the Clintons, but it was certainly somebody. But that was actually a turning point for the world, the Epstein assassination, because before that, they lied to us. Before that, they used to have to try and hide what they were going to do. I feel like before Epstein, it was far more. They would try and subvert us. They would tell big lies and try and trick us into doing what they wanted to do. And the smart ones would know they're lying, but most of the sheep would know it's bullshit. Yeah. Well, the Epstein thing put them in a very difficult situation because they sat around in a room somewhere and said, okay, he's in jail. If we kill him, they're going to know we killed him. We can't do that. They're going to know. And they're like, yeah, but we have to. And there was two competing sides. One side saying we literally can't kill him. They're going to find out. And the other side saying, well, we have no choice, so we have to do it. And then they killed him, expecting riots, expecting mass backlash, and they got memes. So they sat there and go, oh, so they all know we did it, and they didn't do shit.
Yeah.
So now let's just carry on doing shit that they know we're doing, like rigging elections, like lying about fucking COVID. Let's just fucking continue to just do shit that they know we made up. Let's steal the money for transgender parrots in Tanzania. Let's just do it all in broad daylight because these people won't do a fucking thing about it.
Yeah, because most people are sheep.
Most people are sheep. So they learned after that point that they can do whatever the fuck they want and we won't do shit. I feel like since that day, they've just been a lot more open with what they're doing. Anyone who believes they're sending $100 million to transgender parents in Tanzania is a fucking retard. They're stealing your money. And they're stealing your money. And these people are now sitting at home going, okay, they caught us stealing the money. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's take 0.001% of it and pay for some protesters to stick up for not finding the money we steal. Let's get some white women and put them outside and give them $50 a day to start complaining that we're finding the money. And they'll go stand outside all day and their church is paying their expenses. Their church is paying their expenses for the day to stick up against the tyranny of Elon Musk. And they stand up there and say, no, Elon's bad. So they can continue to fucking rape the system. Now it's very obvious what they're doing. The problem with that is we're only one stage now from force because typically you deceive. Let's apply it to something everyone at home understands. Let's apply it to our relationship, something everyone at home understands. You're a man, you're with a woman. You're cheating on your woman. You try and hide it. At first, you try and deceive. Eventually, you get caught and you just start telling her straight, yep, I'm cheating on you. If she continues to be a problem and you're never going to break up, the only step left from that is for you to continue doing it and use force. That's when you start hitting her and being abusive. So we're now at a stage now in society where they're going to continue to do whatever the fuck they want. They're going to do it right open in front of us. And if we're too much of a problem, they're going to do what they did to me. They're going to attack you. Lawfare. They no longer lie and deceive. Now they just do it in the open. And if you talk about it, you catch a case. That's the new paradigm. So, like January 6th. We rigged the election. We know we did. Yo, you're complaining. Jail. So it's a very scary world to live in now unless Trump fixes everything. And he has a monumental task ahead of him. But now they're going to continue to do whatever the fuck they want. And anyone who highlights it too much and talks too tough like me is going to catch cases. And then you're going to go to court. A fair court of law with a judge, and you get fucking wrecked. Because if the Matrix is gonna, I mean, let's be prudent, let's be smart. This is why I said it was so amazing I beat my Romanian case, because actually, I think Romania, in many ways, although they fucked me, was kind of a good place to get a criminal case because the judges are not ideologically aligned left and right. They're all right. All Romanians are conservative. So they don't give a shit. I say women can't drive because they know women can't drive. They don't care. Right? So I felt like in many ways I had a fairer chance in Romania than I do in America, to be honest. If I get some liberal fucking judge, I'm fucking toast. Right? So if you're going to set up a hit job on someone, let's say you're going to plan to kill somebody. You're going to plan how to drive there, how to break into their house, but when you get to kill them, you're not going to bring a gun because you didn't plan that part. No, you're going to plan the whole thing the whole way fucking through. So how are you going to plan to set someone up, perp walk him, put him on the news, lie about him, come up with a fake charge, and then put it in court and not predict the ending? You're going to leave it up to what? Guessing? Fate?
Right.
Fuck no. You know, and they're going to say, oh, we choose the jury. Yeah, the jury's influenced because the jury's all influenced by the fucking mainstream media. And now you got these social media algos. You got our phones that know everything about us. You're telling me they can't find a jury of people who are Googling Andrew Tate sucks on his phone? I bet they fucking can.
Oh, yeah.
So the jury's set up. The judge is set up. It's all fucking set up head to toe. It's a setup. It's a hit job to get rid of you. That's why Derek didn't stand a fucking chance. They're not going to do half a job. You don't do half an assassination. You do the whole fucking thing. So I would argue that even this, Florida AG and Ron DeSantis, if they were really concerned, they could have done all this shit in private. They could have said, Andrew Tate's back. Look into him. Didn't have to say a word to nobody.
Right.
So why are they preparing the public for my arrest?
Right.
Why are they talking about how bad I am on the news all the time? Why did Byron, who's Ron's competitor, get told by his team, you need to say Andrew's a bad guy? Who in charge of all of this has said, every time Andrew's name's on the media, prepare everyone for his arrest. Tell everyone he's a bad guy and he deserves it. This is a setup.
Right.
It is a setup. And they're going to arrest me. And they're going to fucking perp walk me. And I'm saying it here now. And I've been in Florida 8 days. I've never done anything. But that's what they're going to do. And a bunch of dipshits are going to start recirculating it, saying I'm guilty.
You think about going back to Romania?
You can't run from the American government, friend.
Yeah. Right.
It's like there's nowhere to go. Where the fuck am I going to go? Iran? Russia? North Korea? If America wants you, they're going to get you. There's nowhere else on the world you can go if America wants you. If they put a fucking warrant out, they're going to get me. Plus, I'm not really the running type.
Right.
What I want to be, if I have to look at my life and how it's all going to end, I want to at least be a poisoned toad. You can eat me, but you're going to damage your reputation massively for doing it. I'll go to jail. I've had a great life. I'm 38. I've had a fantastic life. I'll go to the next 30 years in jail. Fine. I really don't give a fuck. I'll go to jail, but people are going to be mentioning the fact that you're fucking corrupt forever. I'll take that trade. Right. But I'm going to make them do what they don't want to do. What they actually want to do, which is what they did via the Romanians, the UK Foreign Office, what they want me to do is run and then use a foreign system to wreck me. What they want me to do is say, America's after me. I'm going to go live in India and then get picked up by an Indian cop and get accused of having weed in my car or some dumb shit and get put in Indian jail. And that's what they want to do. They want to leave me there and not fucking help me. Like they did with the Romanians when they told the Romanians to get rid of me and the American embassy didn't fucking help me and they just left me there. Left me to fucking rot, knowing that was a bullshit case. No, it was made up because they were told to do it. They want to use foreign judicial systems. So I'm going to argue, no, if you want to do a fucking hit job on me, you're going to have to do it in Florida. In front of everyone, in the public, you're gonna have to come out and tell everyone what I've done and put all the case files out there, and we're gonna have to do it in public if you're really intending on doing it. Because they're setting up the media to do it, which is why they're talking so publicly.
Right.
It's a fucking setup. It's a setup, and it's scary to a degree. I should be a lot more afraid than I am. But this has been 4 years of my life now. It's amazing how quickly the human mind can adapt.
Right.
All I expect is this shit. Every day I wake up like, who's next? So it is what it is.
Yeah.
Is what it is. And any single details on the case, when this bullshit happens, whether I'm in jail or not, I'll make sure you get all of them. So you can tell everybody what fucking garbage they're coming at me with for being in Florida for 8 fucking days. 8 days. It's incredible.
They can get to anybody if they get to Republicans. People I really look up to.
Bro,
To volunteer their information about you with no evidence, I was like, that's really weird.
It's extremely weird. Yeah. And I wouldn't say, like I said, I wouldn't say I'm shocked. I know the kind of control they have. It's all power games, right? If you're playing a game of chess, you're prepared to sacrifice a pawn or a piece or anything it takes to win. Ron's desperate to get his wife as governor. Byron's desperate to win. There's too many people who are desperate to win who are prepared to throw me under a bus. They don't give a shit.
Yeah.
There's no individual law. There's no individual liberty. There's no law and order. All of that's made up. It's all power games. It's kind of interesting if you want to...
It's violence.
Well, yeah, it's violence. If you want to understand government and you want to understand politics... Sell drugs on the street, you'll understand it all. It's territory, it's violence, it's fucking traitors, it's snakes, it's people working with the feds, it's all this shit. It's exactly the same at the top. They don't give a fuck about me. Either one of them will sell me out for fucking anything. They don't care. And I think both of them have been told that I'm toast, and that's what they're talking publicly. That's what I think. And I'm not saying that as an admission of guilt at all, because I've done nothing.
Right.
Especially in Florida. They have jurisdiction in Florida. I have literally not left my house. So I don't have a fucking clue what they're intending on doing. Scary. So when they arrest me, it shows how scary it is. And I hope every American at home also understands that. It's supposed to be, the basic rule of law is, oh, look, we've identified a crime. Let's find who did the crime. It's not supposed to be, look, we've identified a man. Let's find crimes to pin on the man.
Right.
That's communism.
Yeah.
That's Joseph Stalin. That's Russia. That's everything we went and fought against. That's the reason we had the forgotten war in Korea where thousands of men died. That's the reason North and South Korea is split to this day. That's the reason all those young Americans died in Vietnam. That's the reason my father served in the Air Force. That's the reason we were all proud to be American, to fight against communism. That was the whole fucking point of it. That's why I have the passport. And I land home in the country which I was born in, which my father served for, and I'm not fucking welcome. Why? Because a liberal George Soros-funded NGO lied to the Romanian news. And now Ron DeSantis is going to pretend anything the fucking Romanians say matters. Because if it does, I bust my case. If you listen to the Romanians, I'm innocent. So what the fuck are you even talking about?
Right.
It's a setup, head to toe, man.
Yeah.
Head to toe.
Well, if anybody can survive it, I think you can. You're a very strong will. So
Come visit me in jail.
I'd have fucking pissed on myself and gave up and put on a dress by now.
Promise to come visit me. It's all I want.
In Romania?
In jail, here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, all right, G.
I'll put some money on your books.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I'll get some ramen. I'll be like, these are Hodgetwins ramen. I'll have you guys famous around the block.
Look at our new giveaway. Ford Raptor. Look at that. Avalanche Gray. 37-inch tire. Over 500. I think it's 510 horsepower. I think it's 501. But I do know it's 500 at least. It's 510. And like I said, hey, so y'all know why we do this. We used to pay for advertising on Facebook, Instagram, put these contests out there. And they were censoring us the whole time. I said, man, why don't we incentivize our own fans? Yeah, you support us, we support you. You support us, we give you money. You support me, I give you trucks. It's a win-win for everybody. Need to start giving them some white women. What? Go to officialhodgetwins.com. Anything you buy from the site gets you automatically into the win. No purchase necessary. All where prohibited. See official rules for details. Yeah.